Well, each university is very different. Like each program is kind of designed differently. They have baseline, they have the same goals in mind, but their approaches are a little bit different, which I've learned about with working with now three different universities. And they do have, so they have apartment classes where, and they learn their cleaning and cooking and prepping and grocery shopping. Like I was talking with one student yesterday, and they were learning how to order groceries online because that's what we're doing these days. And so they have a class that's really just works on all of that. And then they have classes that work on budgeting, so money management, and it's considered math class, but again, it's a lot more functional math class and how that it can apply. And they do workouts, so health is very important. So they'll do workouts together and talk about healthy eating habits and things like that. And then they have in some universities, some of the programs they're in regular classes. They might be in English 101, or it's been a while since I've been in school, but something along those lines. Or, you know, I think one of my students is an intro to music class right now, music education, because that's what she really wants to do is work in music education. So she's in that class. So it really depends on the program and how it's designed. Some programs, they're all in one building and all their classes are in one building and they're tailored to to those individuals only. But then you have other programs where they're in regular ed classes on campus and all of that. Now, in addition to that, they're in they're doing Rush, sorority Rush, and they're going to all the football games and they're doing, a lot of those activities with the general population on campus. So it's very I mean, it's the college experience like we all had. So they do that, and then each program has a 2-year and 4-year program. And the first 2 years are a lot of getting them set up and getting them used to the systems and learning and all of that. And then the last 2 years usually are more transition. They're not living on campus anymore. They're living on an off-campus apartment, and then doing their work study. They'll still have classes, but a lot of the time is employment. So those first 2 years are kind of sampling things out and going to different job sites and rotations and things and learning transportation. They've got to call their Ubers to come pick them up and bring them to work. I mean, it's just so amazing. Like I love it.
Well, I am thinking that I wish that this class would have been required when I was in college to learn how to clean, grocery shop. I'm
Right.
thinking of
We
where
all
can
could
we
have
all,
benefited.
I know I'm thinking of my own children will probably benefit from that. So I love that. And it's just so, like you said, so practical. It's not trying to fit them into some box where they don't belong. It's working with where they're at
Yeah.
and helping them to be the best version of themselves so that they can live a full life. And I just think that is such a remarkable program. I love that. I think it's so valuable. And I'm thinking, if I was a parent of one of these, this was my child or me, what a great opportunity. Because I'm sure these parents sometimes, when you get this diagnosis when they're babies that you didn't expect oftentimes, and then you start to think, what will their life look like? Will they ever, fill in the blank? And watching all these other children their age reach these milestones that you're thinking, well, they're never going to get there. They're never going to be able to do that. And then to be able to see that is, I mean, I would be going into what I call the ugly cry is when you're watching these scholarship recipients, or it's like, oh, I just incredible.
Yeah. Well, and that's what's been so great about Liz and what she's developed with Ruby's Rainbow, because she actually does these. October is their big Down Syndrome Awareness Month, and they do a lot of campaigning and showing what it's like as an adult with Down syndrome. And they'll go on these college campuses and do a day in the life and just kind of interview the students there, and really you really see what it's like live for these students. And they're living with roommates just like everybody else, they usually have, I think it's about 2 roommates that are within the program, and then they'll have, I think some of the programs are called ILAs, what does that stand for? I'm trying to remember. Independent assistant, living assistant, that's what it is. Um, and so they're a student that's enrolled in the university, and they're living in the dorm or the apartment with those students that are enrolled in the program.